Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Hakuna La Planta. My name is Kevin and today is a propagation video. The plant that will be showcased today is the Syngonium Podophyllum Albo-Variegatum. Now, I know I did a propagation video about this plant. I think it was one of my first ones. First of all, if you guys haven't checked that out, please check that out. But the difference between that video and this one is basically I propagate the cutting straight into LECA instead of starting off with water. And I'm pretty sure this was one of my first, if not the first plant that I did that with. And because it was my first time, I wanted to pick a plant that I knew was very, very resilient and rooted well. And so yeah, we'll see. Like all the other propagation videos, I will start off with a clip from the initial chop, a 2-week update, a 1-month update, a 2-month update, and today it's been 3 months, and I'll just show you how it's doing right now. Towards the end of the video, I will talk about the conditions that I grew these propagations in, just so you have kind of like the big picture of the environment it lived in. Before I start this video, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you like this content, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram if you like planty pictures. Okay, let's jump into the video. The following clip will be 3 months ago. This was the initial chop, and roll the tape. Okay guys, so it is November 22nd, and I'm just going to do the initial chop for my Syngonium Podophyllum Albo-Variegata. And so I'm just going to do something a little different. I'm going to propagate it in LECA from the beginning. And yeah, we'll see how everything goes, I guess. Okay, so there are probably like 3 nodes or aerial roots, and I think I'm gonna do the initial chop right over here. So why don't we do that now? 3, 2, 1. Okay, sorry. Now I'm left with this cutting, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the other video, which was single leaf cuttings. So that's 1. Okay, again, some space, adventitious roots or aerial roots, and then just a chop over here if it wants to focus. Are you focused? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the second one. Okay, and then we have the third one here. 3, 2, 1. That is the third cutting. Okay, and here's the last one. I know I haven't had luck in the past when it comes to the top cuttings and me cutting too close, but I just kind of want to just see if I have any luck with this one. Okay, so I'm just going to throw this into LECA and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I just put the cuttings in some LECA over here. I didn't show you guys, it's pretty self-explanatory. I know a lot of people say that when you're putting cuttings in LECA and you're propagating in either water or passive hydroponically, you should just do it with plain old water, but I am experimenting. I do use RapidStart, which I think is a form of rooting hormone for hydroponics. And so I'm just going to use the nutrient solution that I usually use for my hydroponic plants, and I'm just gonna dilute it a little bit with just plain old water. I am not prepared, so I don't have it with me, but I'll make it quickly, and then I'm just gonna put it in this food container, and I'll just put it just about that much. Then this plant is going to go under one of my grow lights, and we'll see. Okay guys, it's been 2 weeks from the time I made cuttings of my Syngonium Albo-Variegatum, and we're just going to take a look at the root system. I really don't want to disturb it. I'm not really a fan of disturbing plants if they're already situated. For the sake of science, we're going to take a look. Okay, so first cutting here, you could see there is a little bit of a new root coming out of the old aerial root here. The second cutting, which is this leaf, it looks about the same. The top cutting actually has a piece of LECA stuck to it. So you can see there are new roots here, which is amazing. And then last but not least, we have another single leaf here. And I'm happy to say there are a bunch of new roots forming. Again, I've been using a hydroponic solution, but mainly using RapidStart, which is a rooting hormone. And I am using my 3-part General Hydroponics Flora series. I'm just diluting it. I think it's a 4th. And so yeah, I guess I'll update you guys in a couple weeks or maybe a month. We'll see. Okay guys, so it's been about a month since I threw these Syngonium cuttings straight into LECA. We're gonna take the LECA out and we're gonna take a look at the root system. So I guess we have a little more progress, but let's start with, oh, actually, if y'all can't see, there are a couple tiny baby roots poking out, specifically that one right in the center. The second one here does have a little bit of new root growth right over there. She's cute. That's this leaf over here. The other two, so this one looks good. So this leaf, those white healthy roots here, let me turn it around. She looks good. And last but not least, this is the top cutting. We do have new leaves coming in. Just up here, you could see one poking out. It has already grabbed the LECA. So again, I'm gonna keep it where it is. I'm still using a rooting hormone, a RapidStart, with my very, very diluted nutrient solution. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it back and I'll update you guys in a month. Okay guys, so it's the 2-month mark of my propagation into LECA of my Syngonium Podophyllum Albo-Variegatum. So here she is. I actually don't remember what she looked like, and I don't remember how many are in here. It looks like there's 3 or 4 cuttings in here. But I mean, she's still alive, and I'm just gonna show you guys the roots because I'm planning to repot it into a proper self-watering pot. Okay, so after taking the LECA off, I see 4 cuttings. So let's start with this one. So this one over here, you could see that there are new roots. Let me just pan a little bit. And also, that is a new growth over here. And so that one's doing well. The second one here, healthy, juicy roots. There is a baby leaf, and this tends to happen when you're propagating a cutting. Third one over here, you could see smaller roots. But I mean, she's still healthy, and there is a little bit of a new growth here. It kind of looks dry and wrinkly, so who knows if that'll survive. And last but not least, the top cutting here is a little bit of a beast. It's hugging onto all the LECA. There's a lot of root growth, and yeah, I mean, look at that. So yeah, I'm just gonna put them in this pot, so just give me a sec. Okay, so here they are. There are 4 cuttings in here in total. I decided not to separate them. And again, guys, I keep these cuttings under a grow light, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so we're back in the present day. Today is February 14th, 3 months later, and I'll just show you how the plants are doing today. So she looks okay. There's some leaves that are yellowing, but there's not really a visual change to what she was before. But when you take a closer look, there's actually new growth and new leaves just kind of down here. And it's hilarious that they just so happen to be like all white leaves. So let's actually look to see if there's any like roots, and there are. You could see one there and one over here. And yeah, do you know what? I'm going to take the LECA out of the pot so we could just see how the root system is. So I'm just gonna pour it. I'm sure you guys can hear that. Okay, so I took it out. You could see that the roots are hugging onto the LECA. Also remember guys, these cuttings were put straight into LECA. And so I'm just going to try to separate where I can. Okay, I tried to separate these. I don't want to disturb the root system, so I'm just going to, I guess, try to show you the new growth. I managed to get 1 out of the 4 away from the others, so this one has healthy roots here. They're clinging onto the LECA. Like we've seen before with Syngoniums, when you propagate them, they tend to push out a small cute leaf, and then the next leaf is usually more of a, you know, adult looking leaf. And now moving on to the cutting. So I'll show you this one. This one kind of mirrors what the last one was doing. So it pushed out this cute leaf. And then it has this white one just over here. I don't know if it's focused. Now that I'm looking at it, they're all kind of the same. So this cutting over here pushed out this small cute leaf, and then there's a new leaf coming. And lastly, the 4th one, you could see the bunch of leaves here, and I'm not sure what was present before, but it looks to me that this is a new leaf. Again, I've said this before, these plants usually favor the green. If it's more sectoral, you could see that with this leaf over here. It looks really weird. But I think this is a new growth right over here. So let's just talk about the conditions I kept these propagations in. Obviously, this plant was in LECA and passive hydroponics. With my propagations in LECA, I tend to use a 1/3 strength of my nutrient solution. And for those that don't know, I use the General Hydroponics 3-part Flora series. And something else that I add to the solution is a rooting enhancer or hormone called RapidStart. Again, it's from General Hydroponics, and I use kind of the max recommended dose it says on the bottle, which is 2 milliliters per gallon. This plant sits right under a grow light. It receives, I want to say, 12 to 14 hours of the grow light. The temperature that surrounds my Syngonium is usually between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And the humidity is usually between 40% to about 65%. One thing that I forgot to mention is that I changed the hydroponic nutrient solution every 2 weeks, and I try to flush the plant out every alternating week. So I guess the main point of propagating this plant straight into LECA is to see if, you know, the root progression or the root growth was faster than when I propagated in water initially. And I want to say it's about the same. I didn't do my homework and I didn't watch the previous video, but I don't think it was faster at all. Maybe the root progression was faster, but in terms of growth, it looks pretty much the same. So yeah, I'm just very excited. I didn't lose any cuttings, and now I have 4 more plants. And yeah, overall a success. Okay guys, I guess that's it. Let me guys know if you have a preference of where to propagate your plants. I despise and hate propagating in soil. I don't tend to have cuttings that survive when I do that. I'm probably doing something wrong, but my preferred method is usually water, perlite, or LECA. I try to steer away from sphagnum moss, but I know a lot of people have so much success with that. So yeah, let me know what you guys like. And also guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It just lets me know that you like these kind of videos. And if you've made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.